Alrighty, Skeptical Scotsman here. I figured I would address an elephant in the room. Um, I was listening to Pete Buttigieg in a conversation with these young Gen Z comedians. They're young to me, they're 20 years younger than me. I mean, Pete Buttigieg is like my age, and they're younger, they're half that age, so yeah, they're half my age. But the question presented itself, why don't more Democrats come on and talk on these startling shows of stupidity? Well, I think the answer is the fact that they want to have fun and pick jokes at every goddamn thing on the planet. Even if it's not funny, they do it. They poke fun at Pete Buttigieg being gay and how he didn't know certain things, and he took it in stride. Like Pete, there are certain things he didn't laugh at, certain things he looked like he was getting mad about, but he let it roll off his back like a duck in water. And I think the reason a lot of Democrats don't hit up these younger age podcasts is because they feel there needs to be a balance when there isn't necessarily a balance. Should there be? Yes. But younger generations want what they want, and certain groups want what they want right the hell now. Such as, you take the trans debate, right after gay marriage was approved, all of a sudden now the trans people thumped the table really hard and said, now we need ours now. We're not waiting. It's like, you didn't wait that long. You came to prominence 5 years ago. Well, we want our right. We don't want to wait that. Oh, tough shit. Society only handles so many changes. Just like Democrats. Democrats used to be the anti-gay, anti-black movement of the world. That has since changed. And I think the Democrats need to do more stuff and bring more receipts to the table on social media, like Pete Buttigieg said. Now, if you voted for Trump and you're young, why? Because he doesn't have your best interest at heart. He doesn't really give a shit about you. He doesn't. If you say, well, he said he sounded cool. This dude thinks he's 6'3" and 224 pounds. He's in the classical. He's imagining he's in the same shape as some of the NFL players in the draft this last weekend. Not happening. He is not only 4 times their age, he's twice as out of shape as all of them. I mean, this is a guy who gets a spray tan and dyes his hair to look younger. Because if you look where a spray tan isn't, you see just this ghastly white old guy. He'd look a lot like Biden, only fatter. Now, why do Republicans seem to be hitting up Gen Z? Maybe because they know if they keep repeating dumb slogans long enough, Gen Z will catch on. Because Gen Z is literally the most information exposed generation ever. But they're also the, other than the baby boomers, they're the most likely hoodwinked generation. Millennials fare a little bit better. And Gen X, yeah, we're not really falling for any goddamn thing. I mean, we're more progressive. We tend to be more progressive because we don't want the same restrictions as baby boomers had. And people are like, well, you're boomer light. No, we're not. I'm not kicking my kids out of the house and locking the door, and then when they're not paying attention, putting a jug of water and a plate of sandwiches out. Like, my parents did that to me. I'm not doing it to my kids. Did it teach me self-sufficiency? Yes, to a certain point. but it also meant you got your ass beat if bullies were out. And yes, there were a buttload of bullies because a lot of meaner parents. Well, you don't let them start the fight. You better start and finish it. It's like, I get that that your parents are whooping your ass, but that ain't your fault. But you're not helping by propagating it. But like I learned to get so good at fighting that I could fight 4 or 5 people off and easily do that. Now I go back to the Trump thing because Trump and his cronies have seemed to got in favor of the conservative the conservative male aspect. Can't just say white because I've seen plenty of interviews with them interviewing black men who are young. Well, we need to have gender specific roles or gender conforming roles still in society because our society is falling apart. No, that's your parents telling you that because they think the wife needs to be the bitch at home, pregnant, barefoot, and cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the kids. That's strictly what the women are for fucking and then cleaning and taking care of the kids after you've put them in her. If you say not all guys think like that, I get it. But you look at look at the advertising, look at the social media receipts. You're getting more and more young men. Yeah, I'd like to have a woman who stays at home and does everything for me. You want your mom. Whatever happened to being independent? Same message for the women. What happened to you wanting to be independent? Make your own food. Pay your own bills. Do your own shit. Have your own place. And yes, I'm aware there are a lot of people who say, well, I don't have the money for that. I can't be responsible for rich old people trying to fucking take advantage and get rich off of you fast, or other people buying it up and then raising the rent because they want to fucking retire quick. They don't want to spend 30 years being locked in as your landlord. And yes, greed is controlling the background structure and infrastructural part of our society. But y'all can do something about that. No, we can't. Yes, you can. You see, enough of you get together, and you'll figure this out because you're a bigger generation than mine is. We have Gen X is the smallest generation. Out of all the generations that exist right now, there are less of us than there are of any other generation, including boomers who are dying on a daily basis. Sorry about that. I kicked the damn thing on accident. Yeah, move it up just a hair bit more here. Do not adjust your screen. This is HorrorVision, not horror. Horror. Anyway, kids, I'll hear from kids that are half my age, still in their 20s. Well, I can't do this and that and the other. Okay, and with a few of them, I've gone over their bills. It's like, okay, you get rid of this, and this. Well, I don't. I love that stuff. That's also costing you this much money a month, a year, over the next 10 years. That's a lot of fucking money. Well, I can't live without that. Well, tough shit. You have to live without some things to be able to save. You can't have all the streaming services, a home or an apartment that's nice and spacious, decorated the way you want, be able to afford all the shit you want to do. You have to save for that shit. Whether you like it or not, you have to save for that shit. Now, having said that, those of you who are complaining about tariffs now, well, things are getting more expensive. You were told what was going to happen. Me and plenty of other fucking people told you. We did. We outright fucking told you what would happen. No, that won't happen. He ain't going to do that to us. We're his people. And now, You're not his people anymore. You're the ones paying more. Well, he said it. He said he would charge us other countries. The country across the pond, whichever way it may be, isn't getting taxed. It's incoming portage tax that you pay for. That's the tariff he's referring to. He's trying to make it seem like the tariffs we had early on in the country's history still work the same way. They don't. Like back when the country was founded, you could put tariffs on England and they would have to pay for the shit coming in. And yeah, no, we don't have that anymore. Now they ship a bunch of shit to us that we ordered. It gets here. You pay the taxes. The company pays the taxes. They pass it on to you. You pay the taxes. So this crap, well, he said it wouldn't. This man understands that like he understands the art of the deal. The reason why he raised tariffs and so many countries are trying to get their deal on, he wants to be the deal maker. He wants to take credit for making all the deals with all these different countries, and even the deals he has made are trash. Just like when he cuts government spending, he's not doing his job, and allowing somebody who should be still considered an illegal immigrant into all of these fucking government institutions and tearing them apart because, well, I want to cut a lot of weight, dude. You make so much money a day, it's not even funny. They should cut funding to every fucking thing you own and throw you out of the government, and then fucking start auditing all of your companies. Audit just if it has Elon Musk's name on it, fucking audit it to death. If he says he can't do all that shit, you're the genius. Just like with Kanye, you're the fucking genius. You figure this shit out. You cost everybody their livelihoods because, well, you don't give a shit. Just like when you reported to Trump that there are people that are 300 years old that are collecting benefits. No, they're not, you stupid fuck. Just because you don't know how Fortran works doesn't mean that people are still getting checks this much later after their death. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, Trump claimed it and all these programs... No, those programs, all these people telling you this shit are trying to fucking get a rise out of you. They're like the Joker. They'll fantasticalize everything. They'll fan the flames. They'll make it bigger than what it is. They're like P.T. Barnum and you're the fucking retard who bought into what they were selling. You bought snake oil thinking it was going to cure cancer, when all it was piss mixed with ink. So when you guys finally figure out how to use your brains, might be time. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon because thus far, the country still hasn't hit a low enough crux point to warrant getting him the fuck out of office. I'm still surprised the country is still running. So yeah, and with all the bitching and moaning I'm hearing from Gen Z on TikTok and YouTube, I'm really? So you guys want a shitload of pay for barely any work? So do the rest of everybody on the planet. Some of you, not all of you, but a very select number of you, want to work for 3 months and then go on vacation for a month. That's not how the world works. Nobody's going to pay you $74 an hour to work 3 months and then take a month-long vacation. Well, we need equal break time. No. You need to fucking toughen up mentally. If you were traumatized easily as a kid, then your parents probably need to toughen your ass up. If seeing an animal dies traumatizes you, then I dare say you're not tough enough. This world is not easy. This world will not kiss your ass. Unless, of course, you're rich and the people in charge of everything are rich too. Then nobody gives a shit. But if you're low, and if you're from the slums or you're poor, nobody gives a shit if you're fucking sensitive. Now, maybe if you are severely autistic and nonverbal, maybe. But other than that, you still have to function like an adult. You still have to pay your bills. You still have to work. If you're trying to become TikTok famous, I've seen some other people trying to do, just go out and get a fucking job. Unless you oddly enough get a viral video, you're never going to be a huge hit. But that's enough of my ranting. I'll have another video up here on Skylight and another one up on TikTok. I'm going live here in a minute on TikTok. By the time you see this, that'll probably be long over with, because this is like a 15-minute video and it takes a while to upload. So this is a Skeptical Scotsman saying peace out and have fun. And let's see. Oh yeah, drink water. Stay hydrated.